You're watching Mental Health with Marcie, and I'm Marcie. Today's video, we're going to talk about why showering while depressed is the hardest thing ever. And let's start with number one. Why is showering while you're depressed super difficult? And the first reason why it is because number one, you have to get out of bed. That's the first step. You have to leave your bed. If there was a shower in your bed, that might make it a little bit easier, but probably not. So, if you have ever been depressed, you may sympathize or remember with what it is like to just be in bed and not be able to get out of bed. It's not that you want to be there, it's just you are and you can't get out. And so that's really a huge reason, is just getting out of bed is very, I don't want to say impossible, but it just feels impossible when you're depressed, at least for me specifically. And so that's a huge reason why just showering is not even like in the question. It's no. It's just not. So that's one reason. It's just it's too much. And another reason is just having to change clothes, getting undressed, and then putting new clothes on. That's just, again, not going to happen. It's just too much effort. That's really what comes behind it, is a lot of times when you're depressed, there's just no level of energy that you have. That depression is just like this weight coming down on you, and you just can't do anything. And so the idea of, getting up, getting undressed, and then even getting in the shower, I mean, that type of effort is just not, it's just not there. The energy level is really not there for showering, and it is really one of the first thing that goes when you're depressed, is that personal hygiene. And those are the things that actually do make you, I'll say, feel the most human, feel the most alive. Those things actually help a lot when you're depressed, but unfortunately, they're really hard to do when you're depressed. So, what a fun fact. The things that will help us are impossible to do. So that's what's been my experience, is I just want to keep cuddled up in my cozy bed, got my fun blanket. I just want to not with the world, and just the thought of getting out of this cozy blanket and cozy bed that I've made for myself, that just, again, seems impossible and just not within the realm of what I can realistically accomplish when I'm depressed. I mean, even getting out of bed at all, getting a drink of water, those types of things are even pretty big feats at times when depression can be really bad. So, if you are personally depressed, or someone is depressed and they're not really able to keep up with their personal hygiene, not able to shower, just know that it doesn't mean they're a bad person, it doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means that, it's hard right now, and it's just, that's not what you can handle right now. But if you can get some water, get up to even brush your hair, is like a huge accomplishment. So I would just take a little bit of happiness, or I guess say progress. Just know that in any of those little victories that you have, know that that's huge for you. And I'm super proud of you. I may not know you, but I think that's awesome. Any little victory that you can have, and don't feel like you have to push yourself, super hard. Like, oh, I have to take a shower today or else I'm going to be the worst person in the world. That's, I know the thinking. I know that distorted thinking brain, know what you're talking about, but you're not the worst, and it's gonna be okay. You'll get a shower another day, and you're doing the best you can. And so that's really what I think you should be proud of and, be rewarded for. So of course we all need to eventually shower. And like I said, when I do shower, a lot of times it helps my depression, but sometimes it doesn't help me to force myself to do it. Sometimes it does. Just whatever feels best for you. Don't feel like you do have to force yourself. But of course, at some point, eventually, you may want to take a shower. Just a bit of advice. But again, if you're in the depths of depression, just know that you're not the worst. You're actually the best, because anytime you're trying to take care of yourself, whatever that looks like, even if it's just getting a sip of water, you know, that self-care should be rewarded, especially when you're depressed. It's those things are just so hard, and I know how hard even the littlest things can be. So, you rock, and don't be too hard on yourself, because I know you're doing awesome and you're doing the best you can. So, thank you so much for watching, and stay well, my friends.